We're gonna go through the game and you know and make the moves on your board as well. Okay. So first move. So Paul Morphy, the first unofficial world champion, is white. Okay. So at some points I'm gonna ask you for the best move, and that's when I'm gonna give out the points. Okay. So first move is E4. So everyone make that on your board. E4. Second move. Now, why is this? Why is this an important move? Controlling a center square and controlling the other center square D5, right? And also F5. So good move. So and then black responds E5. Also really good, right? Controlling, occupying a center square and controlling D4, another center square, and F4 also. Okay. So knight F3. So again, good move, right? Going towards the center, attacking the E5 pawn, and also helping to control a little bit of D4 center, right? Very good, towards the center. Always move towards the center. Okay. Now black responds with D6. Why? To protect the pawn, right? He was attacking the E5 pawn, which is not protected, so he responds by protecting the pawn. Okay. Next is D4. So white immediately strikes at the center, right? Occupying another center square and attacking the E5 pawn again. So 2 times attacking, and black's defending it only once. So he's threatening to take it, right? So black responds with bishop G4. Okay? It's kind of a weird move, but the reason, right, for this move is to pin the knight to the queen. Everybody see that? Pin the knight to the queen. So really it's only the pawn that's attacking now. Okay? So then white responds with taking the pawn. Now let me ask you all this, and you guys can write this. Let's say write this in the Lichess. In the Lichess, what do you call that? The messages. Right, the Lichess. Why did white take here? And if now right here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. So here, black took on F3, right? But my question is, here's my question. Why did he take on F3, and why did he not do this first? What is white trying to prevent? Okay. Okay, so now in this position, what can white do? Why did black, instead of doing this, he took the knight? Why did he not want to do this? Okay, so the reason that instead of taking here like this, the reason that would be a bad move would be queen takes, the queen check, the black king is forced to take, and now this knight is no longer pinned to the queen, so now we take free pawn, attack the bishop, and also threaten a fork, right? King and rook fork. All right, everybody see that? So that's the reason that instead of taking the pawn, he took the knight first. Okay, that's why he took the knight first. So white responds with queen takes back. So now the queen is eyeing the sensitive F7 square. Okay. Now black responds. Now black takes back the pawn. So now we have bishop C4. Everybody see why that one? You see, look at this. This is called scholar's mate, right? So he is a direct checkmate in one threat. Okay. So black responds by blocking. Okay, make sure you guys are making the moves on your board at home. So knight F6. Now this is a bad move. He's blocking the checkmate, but this is a bad move. Okay, now my question for everybody is, what did white respond next? What is white's best move in this position? Okay, so in this position, the best move here is queen B3. Queen B3. Now, the reason, remember, before, the queen here and the bishop were targeting f7. Knight comes to block, right? So now he continues the attack. Queen b3. So now knight and bishop together are targeting f7 again, and this is a double attack. Simultaneously, the queen is attacking this pawn, threatening to win a pawn here. So it's a double attack on f7 as well as b7. Okay. Yeah. No one, Amir?
Why?
Not fair.
Thank God.
What happened?
Nothing. Why is it so important that you target those pawns?
Well, he's continuing the attack. He's not letting black breathe, right? So
why is a pawn so important?
Well, all I'm saying is he's continuing to attack, right? So here he was attacking f7, and then black blocked, and now here he's attacking again f7, but this time it's a double attack. So he's just continuing to attack. He's not letting white is not letting black breathe. Basically, is what's happening. So this is a very attacking game. So you're gonna see. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so I'm gonna mute you again. Okay, so the next move is. So he can only block one, right? So he comes here. Queen e7. Now, the idea is, what if now the question is, this is going to be a tangent, by the way. Like, this is not exactly what happened in the game, but it looks like this pawn is free, right? So and if black takes the pawn, white takes the black pawn here, now it looks like this rook, there's no way to protect the rook. Now my question to everybody is, how do you protect this rook? There's only one way that you can protect this rook and not lose the rook. So everybody try to do this. Set up this position on your board, and for 4 points, try to figure out how do you protect this a8 rook. Everybody try that. So the reason that the way that that black protects this rook indirectly was, yeah, he could come down here, check, right? It would be attacking the king and simultaneously attacking the queen. So the only move, or the best move that white has, he must take the queen, or else he's going to lose his queen. Check and check, right? So, all right, now let's go back. But for that reason, white doesn't want to trade. He wants to continue attacking here. So for that reason, white did not take this pawn, right? So let's delete this. So instead of taking the pawn, what did he do? He developed another piece, okay, into the attack. Knight c3, again, targeting the center, controlling the d5 square and the e4 square, right? You always want to move your pieces towards the center. You see all this, the bishop, everything towards the center, Oh, very important. Now, so now white does black does c6, right? Now the queen is protecting the b7 pawn, okay? So now black brings yet another piece. See, the only thing that was left was the bishop, so he brings the bishop in. Now this knight is pinned to the queen, okay? So now black does a mistake, a bad move, b5. He's trying to attack, maybe push the bishop back here. Now, for 4 points, this is for 4 points. Everybody tell me, what is white's best move in this position? Okay, what is white's best move in this position? So now the best move here, so black is trying to attack the bishop and force the bishop away from this diagonal, putting pressure on the f7 pawn. So now the white response, best way response is to sacrifice the knight and then take with the bishop, continuing the attack on the king, never letting him breathe, right? So now the best move for black is he wants to block. He doesn't want to move the king. If he moves the king, that's on the line on the open file. Then we can bring a rook here, or just maybe castle. And now it's check again. So better for black if he, delete this. Okay, so better for black is to move knight b to d7 block. So now look, everybody pay attention. This knight is pinned. This knight is pinned. There's a lot of pins going on here. Okay, so now we want to continue the attack. Now look at which pieces, which one of white's pieces are not attacking, right? These two rooks not attacking. Okay, so continue the attack. He castles queenside. Now the rook is putting pressure on the knight. Okay, so now he's threatening to take the knight, right? Because remember, this knight is pinned, can't move because it's going to lose his queen. So black's best move is rook d8. Rook d8. Now he's protecting his knight. So now for 4 points, right here in this position for 4 points, what is white's best move? Okay, send me in Lichess messages. What is white's best move here for 4 points? So remember, we want to continue the attack here. Okay, we want to continue attacking. Don't let black breathe 1 second. Okay, so the best move here is the rook sacrifice itself on d7. Okay, rook takes d7. Now, if the knight takes knight, that would not be good because the queen is lost, right? Knight is still pinned, so he has to take back with the rook. And now, white responds, continue the pressure. The only piece that's not joining the attack is the rook. So what does white do? He brings the rook in here, right? Now look how cramped black position is. Pin knight, this bishop is blocked, this rook is not doing anything. So white is just continually attacking the black king non-stop, okay? So now, black does a pretty bad move here. Queen e6, trying to unpin this knight, right? Now the knight is unpinned. So now, he takes the rook, check, okay? Forking king and queen, now he takes back. Now for the final move, it's almost done. 2 more moves until checkmate. What is the best move here? I'm looking for the best move for white in this position. This is a checkmate in 2 moves. Okay, see if you guys can figure this out for 4 points. So forced checkmate in 2 moves. Now look at this. This whole game, white has been attacking relentlessly, non-stop, the black position, not letting black breathe, not letting him develop his bishop, not letting him develop the rook, not letting him castle, right? So continue the attack. He sacrificed 1 rook here so that he can bring the other rook very quickly, right? White only has a bishop, a rook, and a knight left. And guess what? He's going to sacrifice something else to do checkmate in 1 move. He goes queen sacrifice, queen b8, check. Now there's only one possible move, and that is to take the queen, and now white only has 2 pieces left on the board, and checkmate is rook d8, checkmate. With the only last 2 pieces that white has left in the game, he checkmates black. So pretty amazing game. This game went down in history 160 years ago by the first unofficial world champion, Paul Morphy. So great. All right. Good job, everybody.